Welcome to our videocast project. I'm Riza and I will be presenting the result of our study investigating the role of technology in high school students' life, both in their leisure time and for their academic life. We interviewed 4 Chinese teenagers who are studying at a high school in Indiana, Pennsylvania. The first teenager we interviewed is a multilingual student who has been studying in the United States for about 3 months. The next student we spoke to is a multilingual student who has been studying in Indiana, Pennsylvania for more than 1 year. The third student is a 6th grader who has been here in the United States for about 3 months. And finally, we interview a Chinese student who has been here in the United States in Western Pennsylvania for about 2 months. Let's take a look at what they said about how they use technology in their leisure time and for learning.
To be honest, I definitely spent more time with the mobile phone and computer because, I don't get that out of friends.
I spend most of my time with my mobile phone or computer because I need to do my homework on my computer. I don't really hang out with my friends because they are busy too. Yeah, we are in high school, so we sometimes have a lot of homework.
My mom has a computer and I have my telephone. And sometimes if I do not my homework or other things, I sometimes to read a book or drive or painting. Sometimes I can play my telephone.
If I choose, I will choose with my friend. Because first, like mobile phone, computer, it will hurt my eyes. And if I with my friends, maybe I'll get more interesting things.
Usually when I finish my homework, I will watch some Chinese shows, some really funny thing on YouTube. Because it's updated regularly, so I can see it every day I want, whenever I want. Sometimes Drama Q is another website, it's even better than YouTube, I think.
I don't go to my friends to play, but sometimes my mom's friend will come and take me to play something. If only me and my mom at home, maybe I'll almost sleep. Sometimes I'll watch in here, and in China maybe I'll watch a little bit more on my mom's iPad.
Okay, so
Yeah, but not Chinese programs. Just I watch a lot of American TV series, and I watch them both in China and in America. I download a Chinese app, ironically, and I watch American TV series on the app on mobile phone.
I always watch a movie. Yeah, sometimes this movie is from America, sometimes it's in the China, but I think American movie is better. I watch movie in the computer, sometimes in my telephone. I think I never go to the YouTube. Difficult because in the school you don't know this how to do it, and you can ask their students, and they will tell you. They are nice. They can help you.
Cannot use
Sometimes
computer.
teacher can tell you.
Probably I will feel a little bit have nothing to do with I have nothing to do, but yeah, basically I will feel the same as what I did before because I can have some spare time to draw, to sing, to do everything that I want. So it will affect me a little bit, but not
I
that.
think that's okay. It's not a big Because sometimes I'll think or encourage me. Maybe I don't see some movie or something others with computer or mobile phone. Maybe it's a good thing. If I can, I'll go with my friend.
I would definitely feel frustrated at first, but eventually I think I'll figure out a new way, entertainment activity for myself, like playing basketball or without smartphones and computer, I'll force myself to like communicate more with my friends. So yeah, maybe I'll hang out more probably.
I think like using the laptop is easier for teacher to teach students because it's more convenient and everybody just can sit on the computer and the teacher can just like pull the website in a classroom and you can just go in and sit, everybody can sit. You don't need to send everybody a paper copy like that. Like my school gives everybody a laptop. We're equipped by a laptop. Everybody should have it because almost every teacher needs to use it. Almost everything, like my homework, should be done online. We use computer for like we need to get email from teachers and sometimes we need to have a research on the website, something like that. We use it a lot.
We use computer to study on the class. I think I like them because I don't use computer on class in China. I use smartphone to talk with my mom in some times. But more time I'll put it on the table and don't use that. Every day, maybe some class, probably 5 class a day, I will use computer too.
It's actually much better than the teaching method we have in China, because with the computer, with some electronic device, it's easier to get the students attracted to the class. And
yeah, we always use the computer in class. Some test is in the computer and some game or some game or some question is in the computer. So in science class or social study or other class is we do a test in computer. Then I think computer is better because teacher will not to write it, help they. And if you don't know this answer, you can ask computer. You will not ask student or teacher is better. And the computer has other interesting things. It's better than Chinese test.
I type and I read all of this on computer. If I sit computer a long time, eyes will hurt. I will choose book sometimes because if some word I don't know what it means, I'll use computer to search the meaning in Chinese.
I used to use an app for vocabulary studying, but now since I'm in America, I gave that up. So currently, no. Actually, I seldom read on computer and smartphones. If I read more of just the paper book. But it's more convenient because with a computer you can you can search whatever book you want, but without a computer you have to take tons of books to school every day.
We also can read book in computer and we can go the library, can read some book. In my junior high school, I also take computer, but in home I take computer is not very loud.
Actually, I like reading from my book because when I'm holding a book, I will feel like if I finish this book, it's an achievement for me. So, but the tablet is good too, but I just don't like it as much as the book. In class, sometimes we write notes about what teacher said. So some students just record it on a laptop, but I like to write it down because I want to memorize it. And as I write it down, I can remember some sort of it, probably 20% of it, and after school I can just review it.
Right.
My homework is not really that much, so after I finish my homework, I will probably just watching the videos, and my father will say, don't watch videos anymore, just go and like do something else. And I was like, okay. So yes, I sometimes got in trouble, like my father will shut my computer down and bring it away, but not usually. He always told me to do.
In China, I've been studying with no computers, just books, the traditional teaching method, so I think it's just fine. Yeah, a little bit, because if there is some problems that I don't understand, I don't want to wait for a teacher, maybe I'll just go for an internet and search it online. Mostly just it's decreasing our stress, because the computer is more appealing. Yeah, apparently, and we don't have to carry that much of the stuff to school every day.
In China's school, the computer is not very allowed because in computer class we can have the computer. In other class we don't have computer. In China, my home, I use a computer is more than America home. Yes, because my mom will work too on the computer, and in China I have my computer. It's good, but sometimes you do the computer a lot, your eyes will be hurt, and you will be take the glasses.
I'm in a boarding school, so we are not allowed to use smartphones or laptops. We are not allowed to bring it to school. But I think if we are in high school, then we are allowed to bring smartphone, but we can't play it during the study time. In America, like we do more researches than China. So like in China, teacher give us all the sources that we need. We don't need to like search for it, something like that. But in America, you have to search it by yourself, and you have to search the useful information, and you need to find out what is good for you, what is not good for you on the internet.
Internet. Only sometimes I'll make some things that I need to do some presentation, like or do something review with my teachers. In here I almost use internet every day. There's no internet, I think.
Like sometimes when we are reviewing for a test or a quiz, we can use the laptop and get on the internet, and teacher will like play Kahoot. That's a game that everybody can play like in the same game pin. And when you get into the game pin, and you are just competing with your classmates, and the first 5 students can win something like a candy or something like that. Yeah, I like that really, because when I play that game, I can review almost everything from it. We have lots of activities in school. That's what I really like. We have different clubs, and you can attend 2 clubs. You can do some volunteer things, and really fun in school, and everything is like in order, and you have many activities for you to do, and you can have fun when you have. Sometimes when we are learning, because I stayed in China for 12 years, like I can't understand what they say, like sometimes. So I have to like search on the internet in the translator and translate it into Chinese. Food bothers me actually. I don't like the food here because it usually makes me fat. There's lots of fried things in American foods, so I don't really like it, but I don't hate it too.
Alright.
Yeah.
My school is nice, and the American people is nice, and the American is beautiful, and in the other town we can see always beautiful things in here. And you in here you will be happy than Chinese. In China sometimes you will be tired. Homework is allowed, and if I go the 7th grade, the homework is very allowed. Sometimes my friend do homework or 10 o'clock. In China, I have some friends. My dad is in China. Yeah, I make friends in here.
Oh, great, good.
I think his class. Sometimes teacher says something sometimes interesting, sometimes made me more clear with knowledge.
Here.
Sometimes if I'm in the class, I don't know what to say.
Ask your friends,
Some
ask
class
teachers.
teacher allow us to use computer. I'll use Google Translate.
Right, okay.
If teacher don't want us to use computer, I use translator.
Best the environment and the American people are very nice, and the whole environment is much better in China. Natural environment and the stress has been decreased, so
good.
of course I get to know more foreigners every day. Mainly it's still the language, because sometimes I still can't catch up with others when others are speaking too fast. There are some problems with studying because the focus on American study and Chinese studies sometimes are totally different. So sometimes I just can't get the point. But I actually would like to prefer to ask my classmates or friends, but I found out in America students are usually much closer to a teacher than we Chinese do, so sometimes I ask for a teacher for help. Sometimes I use a Google Translate,
Right,
yeah.
yes.
In this interview, actually, I was interested in the relationship between technology and students learning at the school, and we found that technology and the internet are so naturalized in the students' learning context, like at school or at home for their homework. For example, George said that he reads almost everything on laptop, and the same kind of comments were obtained from other students that we interviewed. The biggest benefit for using laptop or smartphone for their reading or study is that it's mostly about the vocabulary issue. One student said they can search vocabulary word that he doesn't know online very easily whenever he encounters new vocabulary or the unknown vocabulary for him. This finding is actually something I already expected before the interview, because I, as one of the multilingual students in the United States, do the same thing. Whenever I read something, I just go to online and try to search the meaning of the vocabulary word. And especially when I'm reading something on my laptop, this searching process is very easy. So this finding is not very surprising, but something really interesting to me. As for technology and learning, Elena also mentioned about the research project that she was assigned by her teacher, and she said she can work on the project or homework using the computer, and she also mentioned that using computer is really beneficial both for students and teachers. And this is very interesting actually, because students are well prepared to work on the research project using computer or internet, and students can also be well prepared for using computer for their work or homework. So through this project, we could find the positive relationship between students' learning and their use of technology and the internet. This issue is very interesting, so we can keep looking for more positive influence of the technology and the internet to students' learning, especially the students from international spaces.
Now that I watched the videos from the first Chinese student here in Indiana, I recall that the one of the comment from the Postman's article, which is called "A Broken Fancy." He said that now in this technology age, even more than technological age, now we are living in so-called technopoly, right? So we tend to see the world in the view that technology is now a very integral part of our life. So based on this perspective, I saw that students repeatedly made their comment or opinion about technology in assumption that something like efficiency and convenience is kind of the thing, very basis they started with their arguments and opinion. For example, so almost everyone mentioned that computers and internet are beneficiary for their learning, and they increase their efficiency of the learning. And sometimes same computers and technology are not good for their learning because sometimes the use of the internet and computer hinders their learning. So what I'm saying is that I could see that all those students' mind. So something like efficiency and convenience are already agreed term for them. So they already have a very strong value judgment about convenience and efficiency is something they should have. So for me, it was interesting to see it because I have seen other people who were kind of reluctant, even against the use of the internet or technology, even if they still saw some benefit. So what I'm saying is that all this efficiency and convenience are not totally agreed by everyone, but in this younger generation, so efficiency and convenience always almost equal to something very good. So that was one of my observations I made in seeing this video.
The first thing I want to say about the video we created with these teenagers was the idea of independence. So as I was looking at their reflection on how they use technology, the first thing came up to my mind was the idea of independence and how important is this idea. You know, when we go back and look at countries where they celebrate their independence, and that tell us that independence in itself is a very expensive thing to have. So, you know, when you look at education today and how technology revolutionized the way people learn and the way people have a quick access to literacy is just amazing. As we were interviewing these kids, I thought that they are very independent now. You know, when I look back at the way I was learning without technology, I was very dependent on the teachers and sometimes on my tutors. But these kids now and this generation, they have technology, and that made them very independent in the sense that they really do not have to rely on a teacher or on a tutor to help them with their assignments or to even help them to explore new things. One of the participants actually told me that in her free time she just goes on YouTube, watch the videos about China. Even though she is here in America, she is pretty much updated with what is happening in China and things from that nature. And it's amazing how she knows a lot about China despite the fact that technology made her very independent in even collecting data about different places and what have you, and she does not have to look for a teacher or rely for a teacher or even a book. I mean, it's amazing how technology now made us rely so much on electronic books, blogs, and things from that nature that we start putting books and notes, notebook aside and really use technology for a combination of reading and learning and even writing. So that to me is very amazing. How life now is just moving so fast and in an independent way.